Here's what's currently growing at Mixed Bag Farm. Some of these plants that you see currently have been started a few weeks ago. Some were started like these geraniums and dahlias and pansies. All the other plants in this tray and the two trays down here were started mid-September. The current temperature in this little greenhouse is 68 degrees, 36% humidity. It's only that it usually gets into the mid 70s when the plastic is actually down. I only have it up for this particular tour. This tray up here needs to be watered right now, so I'll give you a small little clue to how I water. It's not how everybody waters their plants. I just bottom water it, and I just water it until it looks good. I don't empty any of the excess water out. Some people do. I don't because I'm lazy. To a certain extent, if the plants need it, they'll suck it up. If not, well, they'll just have to deal with it. I'll come back and water that later after I finish the small little tour. And I'll also show, here's some of my potting seeds starting containers. And here's a canister. This is where I sift all my potting soil. This container is filled with vermiculite. Here's where I start my seeds, and underneath the table, that's where I sift my soil from these green bags of the coast of Maine. It's not what everybody uses, it's what I use. It's worked when I started 2 years ago, and I just continue using it as my seed starting mix. And after I sift bags, this is what's left over after sifting the bags of soil. This in this little tub is from after sifting 3 bags of the potting mix soil. And here is, I have a small 6-foot by 8-foot greenhouse in my basement. This is the larger greenhouse in addition to the small greenhouse. And there's a lot more going on in here. And there's a lot of this stuff. I don't know which. Some people like vertical video, some people like horizontal video. It doesn't matter. I like a bit of both. But here's some of the plants that have been growing since the beginning of January. Got some rosemary. I've got lavender in the same tray as rosemary. I got some strawberries. I got some lupin, and I have Linaria plants. And I started onions and peppers this weekend. So in a week or two, there should be signs of growth from there. I have rhubarb and artichokes growing. Here's I got celosias. I thinned the celosias sometime last week. Let's see. Here are my Lisianthus. It's taken a long time for these to sprout, and it takes a long time from what I've gathered. to just germinate in addition to just to growing. These are not really for the selling of the plants, but for the cut flower portion of my business. I'm hoping to actually have a supply of those this year compared to the previous couple of years. Here's a few more. I got some daisies here. I think that's Alaska daisy. I have some daisies in here. I think that's a silver princess. And these are black-eyed Susans, and these are purple coneflowers. I do have some failures, that things that just haven't germinated for me yet, which are American ginseng. I don't know if I may have messed up somewhere, but so far nothing's germinated for me there yet. And I also have Colis here, which I think something's finally starting to germinate right in the middle there. But everything in here, I'll give you a little wider view here. For those that just want to look vertically on their phones instead of horizontally. But this is my small little operation. I got this big greenhouse here, and the little greenhouse that you saw at the beginning of this video, and everything in here I started from seed. I'm not buying plugs from anybody. If I can't grow or propagate it myself, I prefer not to sell it if I don't have to. But I hope anybody that's watching this enjoys what they saw. And as far as the temperature in this greenhouse, here's the current readings. 71 degrees, 40% humidity. The humidity in this bigger greenhouse has been in the mid to low 40s, or mid to upper 30s, and sometimes in the low 40s. But I hope you liked what you saw, and I hope to have another tour of the ongoings of Mixed Bag Farm in the months to come.